Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Samra Jabeen. I am a 26 years old. I live in Sargodha. I have completed my post graduation BS chemistry from University of Sargodha. I have also done BEd from Allama Iqbal Open University. I have a 5 years experience in a private or home tuition. I teach all subjects of grade 1 to 10. Especially I teach physics, chemistry, biology and general science of grade 6 to 12. 6 to 12. I am very hardworking and dedicated my work. Now let's begin to start my topic. Rutherford atomic model. It is the topic is the second chapter of a class 9th, the structure of an atom. Rutherford atomic model is the most important topic of a chemistry. Before we begin, let me ask you a question. Have you ever wondered what an atom look like inside? You think that atom looks like inside? I answer this question through a Rutherford atomic model. First of all, we will discuss about its a learning object. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to explain the Rutherford gold foil experiment, describe the Rutherford atomic model, and third, state its the main postulate and explain its. Before Rutherford, scientists believed that, for example, J.J. Thomson think that positive charge was spread throughout the atom, but this theory will be wrong according to the Rutherford atomic model. Rutherford wanted to test this idea. In 1911, he performed the famous gold foil experiment. Why this name is the gold foil experiment? Because that it can be used a gold foil. That's why its name is a gold foil experiment, which is a completely change our understand of the atom. I can further explain its diagram. You can see that a diagram, there are the three main apparatus. First is the alpha particle source, which is the source which is contain the alpha particle. Second is the thin gold foil, which are these rays are reflect this thin gold foil. And third is the zinc sulfide fluorescence screen. This is act as a detector. You detect the radiations of the alpha particles. So you can see this diagram. Further I can explain it. It is the so there are the main three apparatus of the Rutherford experiment. First of all, you can say that it's a source. You can see the diagram. First of all, it is a source. This source contain the alpha particle radiation. These radiation, it is a highly beam of radiations. So it's contain a positive charge. These rays can be reflect in a gold foil at the end. It's attached to the it attached a detector. It detect the alpha particles range. So this is the experiment. You can see that the further I can explain it observation and then it's at the end of its result. You can see that a diagram, most of the alpha particle pass through the gold foil. It is a straight line. So at the some alpha particle will be deflect, mean that deflected through a small angle. At the third is a very few alpha particle will be deflect through a large angle. At the result of the three observation, I can explain it. First, you can see that the most of alpha particle pass through a straight line. So according to the Rutherford, means that most of the atoms part is empty. Means that atoms parts, large parts are empty. So that's why the first observation and first result. And second, you can see that some alpha particle will be deflect through a small angle. It's mean that According to the Rutherford, the atom contains a positive charge center that repel the alpha particle. According to the Rutherford, it means that atoms contain a center. Center is a small part which is called a nucleus. You can see that it is a red spot. This is a nucleus contain a positive charge. Some rays are deflected and then back. So you can, according to the Rutherford, the atom contain a positive charge center that repel the alpha. Why it's repel alpha particle? Because that center contain a positive charge and alpha particle contain a positive charge. Both positive charge are repel each other. That's why it's repel the alpha particle. At the third, you can see that a few alpha particle will be deflected through a large angle or a bounce. You can see it's a diagram. At the third observation, a very few alpha particles will be deflect through a large angle or a bounce. It means that then small area of the center of atom is occupy a very small volume. At the all part of atoms are the large volume. So then the nucleus occupy only a tiny part of the atom, and this is called the fourth result of the Rutherford atomic number. And fifth result is the electron are present outside the nucleus and move around it. It means that electron are present is in the atom, which is moves around the nucleus. So but it cannot be exist inside the nucleus. So this is the successful experiment, but it had some limitation, so I can explain it. This limitation is the very most important according to paper, so that you can see that it could not be explained why electron do not fall into the nucleus. So Rutherford cannot be explained it why nucleus cannot be contain the electron. So it cannot explain it, to the Rutherford. Second limitation, it could not explain the arrangement of electron in a different energy level. Means that Rutherford cannot be explain the orbits, so it can be drawback. Fourth, it could not be explained the line spectra of atom. Line spectra means coloring pattern. It cannot be explained in Rutherford atomic model. So these problems were be created in a Rutherford atomic model, but this all problem can be solved with the Bohr atomic model. Thank you so much. I think you can understand the Rutherford atomic model. Thank you so much.